What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It's Boogie 2988 coming at you live from my apartment. This is the Q&A 9.0. So if you're unfamiliar with how this works, earlier today I posted a video that allowed people to ask questions, some sensical, some nonsensical, some normal and thought-provoking, some just rude, and some, boring. But ultimately everybody got asked for questions. Now I'm going to lightning round style answer every single one of them as best I can. This is going to be about an hour-long vid, so the video quality is not very good, and I don't suggest you actually stare at this tiny little cube that I'm throwing up here. What I suggest you do is you listen to this. Now, I know I could podcast it or something like that, but YouTube's my distribution system of choice. So why don't you listen to it while you play World of Warcraft, you fiddle with your Nintendo DS or your PlayStation, you play a video game, you twiddle your thumbs, you clean your house, you do whatever it is you like to do. This should give you something to listen to, and it should be entertaining. And if this is not your kind of thing, well, move on. There's a bunch of other stupid stuff to look at on my channel. And then, of course, there's the rest of YouTube, which has some pretty retarded stuff, too. It's a lot shorter. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Number one, why am I not wearing a shirt? I am wearing a shirt. If you're asking why I wasn't wearing a shirt at some other point in time, it's because I took the shirt off. And why am I wearing a shirt now? Because I put it on. Let me ask you, why are you wearing shirts? Science needs to know. Here's a very funny Q&A. Someone says, search YouTube for El Porter and tell me what you think of them. Well, I'm not going to do that in the middle of a video, so I'm sure they're pretty cool, whoever they are. What would you do if I had two? What would you do if you had two mudkips? Two mudkips. I would force them to battle each other, just over and over and over, maybe 1,000 times. And at the end, whichever mudkip lost, I would force him to fight a level 99 Mankey. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Would I make a porn video if I was paid for it? Baby, you give me the right actresses, I'll make a porn video for free. That's not a problem, I'll tell you. And I'll show the world my stuff. I don't care. The only reason I probably haven't done it here on YouTube is because I would lose my partnership. I'm not ashamed of my body. Are you ashamed of your body, YouTube? Let's see. Can you explain my views on the Illuminati? Do I believe the actual Illuminati exists? Probably not. Why? Because you know about it, and if you knew about it, well, then it wouldn't be much of a secret society, then would it? But ultimately, do I believe there's a lot of shit that goes on in the universe that we poor, stupid people don't know about? Sure. Do I believe it's kept secret? Maybe. I don't know about any of the crazy claims I've heard, like 12 Jewish bankers, or 9/11 being an inside job, or the moon landing being faked, or whatever psychotic theories you may or may not have. But I'm sure that there's secret groups of people out there who work every day to make themselves happy and healthier and richer and take advantage of us in the process. Why wouldn't I? I would. Wouldn't you? What's the worst Christmas present I've ever received? Nothing. Sometimes you don't get anything, and people are like, I didn't get you anything. That's the worst possible Christmas present, because honestly, if it's something, I'm just glad to get it. Hey, I was thinking of you when I bought this battery-powered exercise machine with a weight limit of 100 pounds. And whatever, I don't care. You just got me something. I'm glad you're thinking about me. What's the worst one you've received? Do I want to know what Garry's mod is? If not, look it up. It's amazing. I've looked it up, and it seems really hilarious. Garry's mod, of course, I guess, from my understanding of it, I could be wrong, is the Valve engine that allows you to basically use the Valve engine to create funny and hilarious stuff. And since I found out about it, I've seen some hilarious videos and hilariously stupid stuff. And overall, it comes highly recommended. It seems like a lot of fun. I don't know that I really have the time to mess with it, though. Learn how to do it. What do I think of the economy right now with the recession? It sucks. Recession suck. Do I think we'll pull through this mess or mess up even more? I honestly can't tell you. America will eventually be forced to change.
and it'll be forced to change due to messing up. So it's an eventuality. If you have read any philosopher or any political advisor or anything to that effect, you'll understand that a democracy has a life cycle, and I mostly know this from reading John Stewart's America, the book. Democracy has a life cycle, and it eventually will fail. And when it fails, we'll be forced to make some sweeping changes. America itself will never fail, but the governmental system and the system we have in place will need to be changed. And eventually that will happen. I think we'll pull through this one, though, because we're already on the up. Do I think 2012 will happen, too? 2012 is a farce. It's absurd. There's absolutely no scientific backing. 2012, because the Mayan calendar predicts it. Well, by that standard, the calendar I have in the living room predicts the December 31st is the end of the world, because that calendar ended. It's ludicrous. What would you do if it did and I survived? Well, I'd probably get a lot skinnier. And I were alone, I'd probably be pretty depressed. I'd still make YouTube videos, even though I would only have a rock to film it in front of and a rock to upload it to. But I would make rocks watch it and punch those rocks. Have I ever had a girlfriend? Yes, I've had many. Because people that play WoW usually don't. Well, I don't have a girlfriend right now, which is actually one of the reasons I started playing World of Warcraft. I broke up with a girl, decided that I needed some recovery time, that I would spend that recovery time on World of Warcraft, which I think makes a lot of sense. You think maybe you should play again soon? Well, that's cool. Have fun. It's a good game, and I certainly know for a fact, whether it be the married people or friends of my guild, or the engaged people, or the people that are dating, or my friends that are in life that play World of Warcraft that are dating, they're certainly not mutually exclusive. It's kind of insulting to think so. What brought me to Fayetteville, Arkansas? My brother was teaching at the university here, and because he was teaching at the university here, we got free, or not free, but cheap tuition, and so it was definitely worth coming and doing it. And then I liked it here and made an extended family for myself, and my brother ended up moving away, but I ended up staying. So I really like it here. It's a nice area. It's big enough to have most of the things that I want, so while being small enough to not having a lot of the problems that you get in bigger cities. I once had dual residence in Memphis, spending about 3 out of 4 weeks in a month there. Didn't care for it. I don't think I ever want to live in a city that big again. How do I like living in the South? It's nice. I guess I've always been in the South since I grew up in Virginia. And the food's good. The people are friendly. It's a little backwards in some ways. I have met racist people, but I'm sure they're all over the country. The weather's nice. What do I think about patch 3.3? Yes, patch 3.3. Yeah, can't wait. New gear, new zones, new stuff. Balance issues, all but mostly, we're finally going to get to fight Arthas, and I can't wait. Ever since I beat Warcraft 3, I've just been so excited about finally getting to kill Arthas. So I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to do it. Guy is going down, son. Boogie, being a big guy, have you ever crushed a girl during sexual intercourse? Okay, well, I know that question's meant to be funny or silly or whatever, but bottom line is, sex with a big guy does take a certain amount of caution and effort. Ultimately, you've got to be careful. Don't anybody getting hurt. So there are certain positions that work better than other positions, obviously. And most women that would climb into bed with me, so far anyway, understand that there has been unique needs for a guy my size. And if they don't understand that, they generally understand it after the first session. Haven't had anybody run away, like, after just hanging out one time. They tend to come back, so it's pretty good so far. Must not be all bad. Completely flattened to a dangerous point now. Though I will admit there was one girl that I dated who, of course a lot of the girls that I date are into big guys, so she was not only into big guys, but she liked for me to put all my weight on her and for her to feel it. So she liked to be crushed, is what we called it. I would smother her, and really did it for her, so that meant it did it for me. And also he thinks alliance blows, so enjoy being 12. I mean, he plays on the Horde. He's asking questions about sex. That makes him 12. Have I ever played EVE Online? No, but I have some friends that do. They've tried to encourage me to play the game. My roommate has played it. I watched him play it. It seems fun. I'm not sure that's my kind of game, though. But I've got so many video games to play right now, I can't even begin to play them all. I've got so much that have just come out and so much I'm playing. I don't think I have time for a new game anyway. Someone points out that I don't give my character names out, which is true. He wouldn't give his out, which I'm glad. But he has a question: will I come play on your server? Sorry, probably not. I really like the server I'm on. Got a lot of good friends there. So chances of me ever server swapping pretty low. I guess maybe I would consider serving swapping if like I got a chance to ninja the Phoenix mount. Then, but yeah, no, I wouldn't even do that. I don't think. Do I like chicken wings? Do you like chicken wings, you fatty? Dude, if I am what I eat, and at least a quarter of me is chicken wings. Hello, Boogie. I have a question. Have you ever been this overweighted? I don't even understand. Have you ever been this overweighted? Well, earlier today I was. Have you ever tried any diets? Yes, many. But ultimately losing weight at my size is not about dieting. Losing weight at my size is about a lifelong change. And that's very difficult to do when you're addicted to food. Last one, which Final Fantasy is your favorite? That's a silly question. 7 was amazing. Especially when you played it the first time. When it first came out, oh my god, the summons in that game were beautiful. Absolutely phenomenal. The first one, of course, I played when it was new, on the NES. And that was an amazing experience as well. So, and 10 is so good. I know a lot of people didn't like 10, didn't like Titus, but I really enjoyed the storyline, really enjoyed the acting. It was the first talkie. It was so good. Oh, it's hard to choose. Still going to go with 7, though. Yeah, when Eris dies, wow. Wow, yeah, 7. It's the one that got me the hardest. It's a good question, though. Thanks for asking that. There we go. I know you're a smart person, but have you ever been able to solve a Rubik's Cube? Yet when I was a kid. But I haven't played with one really as an adult. I probably should. It'd be nice to have one around. Actually, now that you mention it, I'm probably going to buy one the next time I'm at Walmart. Say hello to Chubalunk55. Hey, Chubalunk55. That's not a question, though. If the chance came along to give you lipo for free, would you forever alter your body? Well, you don't understand the concept of liposuction very well. Liposuction removes fat cells, and fat cells, the way they store energy is not by creating multiple fat cells. You create larger fat cells. The fat cell itself grows. So liposuction is especially dangerous for somebody my size because instead of removing the entire cells little by little, you instead rupture the cells. It's been my understanding, it's the way it was explained to me. I could be mistaken there. Wikipedia is your friend. So, liposuction, not really an option for someone like me. Now, if you're talking about other weight loss surgeries, yes, certainly I would consider, if I felt that one of you guys just happens to know a doctor who just happens to want to offer me a discount on bariatric surgery for some reason and is willing to work with a guy who doesn't have $30,000 laying around to pay for the surgery, you give him a call, as I will do it. I would like to live to be older than I probably will naturally. And I struggle every day to lose weight, struggle every day to eat less and take better care of myself. And certainly that's one way of doing it. Would or wouldn't you do it because of fans or for yourself? Well, I mean, I often wonder if I'm kind of famous on YouTube because I'm fat, or if I'm not as famous as I could be because I'm fat, or do people just like me? Well, I'm sure there's people in all cases. People who would have subscribed if I was me but skinnier, and people who wouldn't have subscribed because of how, if I were skinny because they like me because I'm fat, and then people who just like me for me. And ultimately it is what it is. I mean, I'm just glad people like watching, and I'm just glad people like listening for whatever reason. And I'm going to change because change is a guarantee in life. I may lose weight, I may gain weight, I may get sick, I may get healthy, I may die. And if you continue to watch me on YouTube, eventually you're going to have to deal with change. So if the change is for better for me, well, that's what I'm going to do. And if people like it, then they'll come along with the change. If they don't like it, then I lose them, and that's sad. One day maybe I won't be able to YouTube anymore. Maybe one day YouTube will shut the doors or completely change their model, and there'll be I'll be completely unable to do what I'm doing, and that would suck. But that's life. It's unpredictable. You never know. You never know. Oop, I am. That's my friend Sam I've been talking to lately. Hi, Sam. How are you doing? I love your kitties. Just mentioned you in the vlog. Now I may have to edit part of this out, but I don't really care. I'm sure you guys aren't too terribly tore up that I said hello to a friend. Let's see, the rest of the questions. Do you think it would change my life completely? It might or it might not. Losing weight is not the instant fix for any of my problems, or any of your problems, or anybody's problems. But it would fix some of them. I think this is the first time I took part in a Q&A. Look forward to the A. Well, thank you. What add-ons do I use for WoW? I hate add-ons. I only use Deadly Boss Mods. It's the only one that I bother with. I think I also use Quest Helper when I'm leveling alts. But otherwise, I just don't care. The regular thing is fun enough. Am I a hot elf chick in real life? No, not really. I'm a fat guy. I play European WoW. Could you always tell us your class gear and stuff? No. Like I said, so many haters out there. If I could guarantee that only people like you would find out my information if I started sharing it, I would be happy with that. But unfortunately, there's some really sad, angry people who use their internets to try and make themselves feel better by making people like me miserable. And because I have to protect myself from those people, I just can't. Are you Halo 3 or Call of Duty? I'm Left 4 Dead. Did you get good grades in school? No, fucking hated school. Hated authority, hated people trying to teach me. I'm not a good oral listener. I have trouble listening to some vlogs, and I have trouble listening when people tell me stories. I can read it and comprehend it, so I would read my books and I would understand everything that was going on, but I wouldn't pay attention in class, and that would piss the teachers off. The teachers get pissed off, and that would piss me off, and then we would fight, and then we would argue. My mom would get called, and she'd knock me upside the head for getting in trouble, and all I would be doing is reading a book. It was awful, it was awful, it was awful, it was awful. There was a handful of teachers that understood my special situation. I understood that, I was capable of getting good grades, and they encouraged me, and in those classes I made straight A's. But if it was just an average, boring teacher, Mr. Robbins, God, I hope you never see this, it was miserable. But some teachers, Miss Wall, Miss Vaughn, I almost wish that you could see this. I know you never will, but I wish that you could see this, because the differences you guys made in my life. Some of my Upward Bound teachers, you guys were amazing, and you actually helped me educate myself, which is ultimately what it came down to. I had to educate myself throughout the entirety of my life. That school, was just terrible for me, which is why I dropped out to start my own business when I was in college, third year. I mean, I was going to graduate. It was like a 2.9. And it was just not going to do much good to have a degree. So I went and started my own business. Let's see. Chronic Wookie said, fat. It's not a question, though. What server do you play on? Of course, I don't share that because of people like, I guess you. Go fat. You've stated in previous videos that the lyrics are by far the most important aspect of a song, to which I fully agree. My question is, going off that principle, have you ever listened to anything by the Flowbots? Yes. And if so, do you agree with their message? I don't really know what their message is. I know Handlebars is the only song I really know by them, and I don't even really know what the message of that song is, but it's a fun song. And I do like the lyrics because it's thought-provoking, but I haven't really thought about what it means. So why don't you post a response? Tell me what their music means to you and what it's supposed to mean. I'd like to know. Hey Boogie, I really like your videos and was wondering how many 80s do I have? I have 2. And I guess classes don't really matter. I have a Warrior of Honor. If I had to play on one of these first-person shooters for the rest of my life, what would it be? COD4 or CSS? I don't even know what CSS is. So I guess COD4. I guess CSS is Counter-Strike Source. I don't really played either of these games. What age did you get your first job? I was 20, I think. Yeah, 20. And what was it? I was working security at a health club, believe it or not. So I sat at the University of Arkansas Hyper building and scanned IDs for students wanting to get into exercise. And of course, I was like 280 pounds, 300 pounds. So I served as a bad example. I was like, well, enjoy exercising. Don't look like me. I'd be sitting at the front door eating sandwiches and stuff, eating pizza. We're like, go, give me your ID. I'll try not to get pizza grease on it. Enjoy exercising. Boy, people would exercise till they were about to pass out. And it was a good job, too. I was really lucky to get it. My brother helped me get it, and I really, really enjoyed it. What deck did you run the other day, and how did I do? I ran Martin Jews's junk deck, which is a green-white ramp build, green-white-black ramp build, ramping into Baneslayer Angels, ramping into... It's not as much ramp as it is more threat dense. But you can see it at blackborder.com. It was his world's build. I played it card for card. And I went 4-3. Two of the matches I lost, I just should not have lost. I made very stupid mistakes. In a Valakut ramp matchup, I chose not to play a turn 4 Baneslayer Angel when I was mana screwed, and it was my only opportunity to play that Angel. And then I just got shut out from there, and that was the worst mistake of the day. But overall, had a lot of fun doing it. So you said you played Boris Bushwhacker. Good choice. Very luck-oriented. I went 4-4. Yeah, one Bushwhacker made it to the top 8 at our states. 173 people is a pretty good turnout. We only had like 90, which is pretty disappointing. What state were you from? I wish you had listed that. But glad to hear from you, Urtai. Do you have any work-related advice or anecdotes you want to give? Tell us. Woohoo, love your Q&As. Work-related? Well... That's a whole other video by itself, honestly. So maybe I should hold on to that. Sorry about that. Another important message that I had to respond to. What class do I play? I've already answered that question. Question and answer video again. What's your favorite pizza topping? Pepperoni. Love it. I really like banana peppers too. But if there's no meat on it, then it's not good. So banana peppers alone. But if it's a pizza with multiple toppings, then I prefer banana peppers. But if it's the only topping, then I want pepperoni. For real though, I was just thinking of getting a graphics card to play Left 4 Dead 2 on my PC. Can you recommend one that'll run it, but not too pricey? Buying a video card is a very personal decision, and I chose the video card that was in the right price range for me, and what I got was a GeForce 9800 GTS or GTX Plus, and it was at the time the right price and the right processing power that I needed, that I wanted from my box. And you're going to have to make that decision on your own. There's a lot of places out there to review hardware. Tom's Hardware is my favorite. He really, really helped me decide on the video card that was appropriate for me. So spend a few hours, learn what you can about the different cards, about the different brands, about the different types, and go from there. Certainly, I don't want to influence you too much, because ultimately it's a very personal decision, and you need to be happy with your card. But Tom's Hardware really breaks it down, gives you an idea of the names of cards that you can buy and then use, and what games they'll play and what frame rate, and then give you prices. So, and then you can buy it from right through the website. So it should work out for you. And good luck. I hope to see you on Left 4 Dead. Do you still play Warcraft? How's your tune coming along? Well, kind of answered that. Am I looking forward to Cataclysm? Loving it. Can't wait. I just hope it comes out soon. I can't wait to hit 85. I can't wait to watch the world burn. Do I celebrate Christmas? If so, what do you want for Christmas? Well, I normally celebrate Christmas by going home to spend time with Mom. And as many of you know, Mom died on October 6th. So this is my first Christmas without her. And that's going to be very, very hard on me, and very, very sad. Fortunately, I do have a good friend and family structure. I have people in my life who are taking care of me this Christmas. My roommate's going to be here, and me and him will celebrate together. My good friend Danielle, God love her, her and her husband are stopping by to see me as they drive home to see their family. My friend Jason wants to take me out to the movies the day after Christmas. So overall, I have things to do. But it does make me very sad, and I'm gonna miss her. It's hard. I hate to choke up a little bit. And what do I want for Christmas? How mean is it if I say I want my mom back? That's not a fair answer. So let me give you a better one. I want you to have a happy Christmas, even though this one may not be the best one for me. And it may not be very happy for me. If I could have one wish, one Christmas wish, be that everybody that's listening and everybody watches this is grateful for their family, knows what they have, know what they could one day lose, and celebrates that this Christmas. And if I could give you that knowledge and that understanding and force you to really know that whoever it is you're spending Christmas with, you're lucky to spend it with them. That'd be my gift, to make sure that you knew that. I'm eating tacos tonight. Do you want some? Yes, sir. Though I just had a Baconator from Wendy's. Damn, that's a good sandwich. I got a single because I'm a fatty, and they have doubles and triples, but I don't hate myself that much. But their new apple with bacon, Jesus. Do fat people have a bigger penis? Okay, that's a childish question, but I'm going to answer it anyway because I don't care. For the most part, no. You're pretty much going to have whatever God gave you. And ultimately, though, it's complicated because I'm a big guy. I mean, imagine it's going to be hard to get to that territory. So ultimately, it can be complicated. It takes patience and work. Let's leave it at that. There's plenty of resources out there if you actually want to Google that, get some more answers. But I'm not going to do that here on YouTube. What is your opinion on a resource-based economy? I'm no economist, so I can't really tell you. Sounds interesting. Tell me more, and then I can make an educated decision. Have I ever had more than a twosome? And if so, was it the cool kind? I have done several events. I've been with a girl that liked other girls, and I have watched and participated a little bit. Then I have been with a girl that was into having other guys around and did that, and mostly just watched in those instances. And you said if so, was it the cool kind? Well, both of those are pretty cool, actually. How did NTG states go? I guess I answered that already. Why don't I smoke weed? Number one, it's illegal. I don't want to go to jail. I don't think I'd last in jail. I'm too pretty. And secondly, I don't like the way it makes me feel. I've experimented with drugs of different types, and I just don't like the way being high feels. So it's just does not appeal to me. Do you wish you had an Encyclopedia Dramatica page? Yes and no. I mean, it draws attention, which is cool, but it's the wrong kind of attention. But honestly, I mean, you should make me one. I don't care. I'm curious as to what people would think and what people would say. I know it wouldn't be great. And I know a lot of the people that come by Encyclopedia Dramatica also having to go across another website. And the people from that website, there's some angry people there, of course. I'm one of those angry people. I've done some heinous stuff. So you got to be careful. But a lot of you guys are also already my fan, which I love. And I'm so grateful that you're here. So if you're watching, go start typing. I'll accept an ED page. Would I suck XX? Oh, wow, that's a dirty question. Would I do something dirty to SXE Phil for 100,000 subscribers? Have you looked at Sexy Phil? I just do it for free. Get up in there and No, man. Are you crazy? I'm not going to do that to anybody for anything. 100,000, 100 million. Dude, it's not into dudes. Do I like fish sticks? Oh, you just asked if I like fish dicks. Yes, I'm a gay fish. What animal do you have furry fantasies about? Wow, this is all the same guy. This is crazy. Like, I asked like 16 dirty questions. Okay, again, well, number one, you're 12. What animal do I have furry fantasies about? Cat girls. But not cat full-on furry, like, mascot outfits, but girls, like regular girls with cat ears and a cat tail. You know, and I just don't mind if those are Halloween costumes. So that's hot. Did I ever play RuneScape? Never played it. Played WoW though. Do I like anime and manga? And if so, what is it? Well, anime is, you know, Japanese cartoons ultimately, and manga is Japanese comics, and I like some of it. I used to watch it pretty religiously because my roommate really enjoys it, so it's something we shared. From anything from El Hazard to Evangelion. Though I like the romantic comedies and the comedies a lot more than anything. But I haven't been watching much lately. So I sat here early, nearly 1 in the morning, and I saw this. Thank you, Boogie. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. Well, you have an interesting name, though, which I will not repeat here. But, what's my favorite pizza topping? I already answered that question. What was the first person to look at a cow and say, I think I'll squeeze those dangly things here and drink whatever comes out? Probably the first person who was used to drinking human milk and discovered that, you know, by probably killing a cow for its food, for its meat, discovered that they were full of milk, and then realized that, oh, put 2 and 2 together, we'll see if we can consume this. Found out they could, and there you go. The cow found its way into domestication. What kind of music do you like? Question's been asked a lot, but I'll summarize it again here. Pretty much everything. I listen to everything on an individual basis. I'll listen to just about all music, and I rate songs based on the lyrics more than really the beat or anything else. It has to sound good, obviously, but then I start caring about the lyrics. So pretty much everything. I really like the band Cake lately, though. I've been listening to their stuff a lot lately. I saw them in concert about a year ago, and it really made a difference. It was an amazing concert. Do you still play WoW? If so, what server do you play? Same questions always. Mr. Boogie, what is your favorite type of candy, sweet, junk food? Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Good Lord. Love them. Will punch your mother to get a peanut butter cup. See, would you or do you smoke that great God-given plant? Nope, still do not. If you don't, you should start. Blah, blah, blah. 25 more interesting, entertaining? Probably not. But if it makes you happy. I don't need anything that gives me the munchies, though. What server do I play on? Blah, blah. Can you explain to me how the money for views thing works in YouTube partnership? Ultimately, what it comes down to is with YouTube partnership, I'm giving them the right to place ads on my videos, and then they give me a cut of money they make from the ads, which is pretty cool. It's not a very big cut, and certainly I'm not doing this just for the money. But it doesn't hurt the fact that occasionally I get a very small check that allows me to go, you know, buy some equipment or buy some food or something fun to help out with the videos, which makes me happy, and then ultimately makes you happy. But it's not based on views or anything like that. It's based on other stuff, and you can read about that if you read the partnership contracts and stuff. There's certain things that I can and can't say about it, so I'm obviously not going to say all of it. Do you plan on acquiring Massive Action Game for the PS3, and if so, what faction do you plan on joining? I don't know anything about it, so post me a link. I'd like to learn more about it. Also, not sure if we're allowed to ask extra questions with the current economic situation, outbreak of various pandemic levels. What is your outlook for the future? The future will be whatever the future is. That's my outlook for it. It'll either be good or it'll be bad, but it'll be. I don't spend my time worrying about it. I don't think you should either. Worry about your personal future, if anything. Did you know that you're the coolest guy on YouTube? I don't know. Sexy feels pretty cool. Like that guy. How did I do at States? Again, answer the question 4 to 3. Would you eat a banana slowly in front of a group of guys for $20? How slowly? Are you physically able to yell so loud that the camera shakes? If it were not in the middle of the night, I would do that right now. But yes, I have actually done that. Can you act gay for 5 seconds? Acting gay is stereotypical. Someone who is gay can act in many, many different ways. I've known gay guys who acted like you would never know. I've seen gay guys who acted stereotypically. I've seen gay guys that were in between, and gay guys that acted in ways that were unique only to them. So no, I can't. In fact, for all you know, I could be acting gay right now. If you want to see stereotypical gayness, that I can do. Oh my gosh, you look fabulous. I like the way you look. Whatever racist, bigoted stuff. I can do that, I guess. Oh my god. Leave Brittany alone. How's that for meta? That's good stuff right there. I do still play WoW, yes, obviously. What is my favorite flavor? What is the best flavor of Pop-Tarts? Well, I happen to really like strawberry. Frosted strawberry. I don't know about you. That's my favorite. How do you take care of your sexual needs? People are so curious about that. Well, I meet girls, and then they talk to me, and then I talk to them. And then if they like me, I ask them out. And then after we've gone out a few times, sometimes I get friend-zoned, and sometimes I don't. And if I do get friend-zoned, sometimes we still have sex. And then if I don't get friend-zoned, sometimes we have sex. Pretty much the way everybody else does it. It's rarer and in between that I meet girls that want to go out, and it's rarer and in between that I get to that stage of the relationship. But it still pretty much works the same way for you. If you're asking if I solicit prostitution or anything to that along that lines, no, I've never done that myself. Though I don't see why anybody wouldn't. You know, it's not a personal choice for me, one that I would make. But if that's something you want to indulge in, more power to you. I don't see why it's illegal, to be entirely frank. Could I please jump around and jiggle my tits? No. Maybe in another video someday, though. But thank you for asking. Sorry, Jeff. How did you get your start on YouTube? Well, I created an account, and I uploaded a video. If you look through my videos, you can see the first one I uploaded. I'm like shaking my head to something stupid. It's pretty funny, actually. And then I kept uploading videos, and here we are. Why am I so hyper? Well, part of it's an act. I mean, you know, I'm not hyper like that all the time, but I do like to do it in front of the camera, and I like to do it around people. And when I get hyper and I have a lot of energy, other people get hyper and they have a lot of energy, and they laugh and I laugh and we all laugh, and everybody has a good time, and I have a good time, and you have a good time, and apparently it's very camera friendly because you guys seem to really enjoy it. So I do it because I can, and since I can, it's fun. I also have a lot of energy stored up. A lot of energy stored up. I do love your videos and hyperness, but I thought I'd ask, since you're more hyper than you, well, Shockwave, you need to get more hyper because it's fun. I remember you saying you played Fallout 3. I was wondering if you played through with bad or good karma, and if both, what did you enjoy more? I was almost neutral, but for the most part, I ended up with good karma. I never even blew up that city. I never did anything bad in that game. Actually did, I guess, good. I kind of wish I'd played through with bad karma now. Do you play any first-person shooters, and so what console system? I'm a pretty big fan of PC when it comes to shooters, and right now I'm only really playing Left 4 Dead, and I'm playing on Steam right now. And what's my favorite race class combo? I really like Night Elf Hunters. They're cool. How did you get the into What's Up, Ladies and Gentlemen? Oh, how did I get the intro? I don't know. It just seemed natural. It came out that way. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. Wow, I wonder where the first time was I said that. Some boogieologist go sort through my videos and find out the first time that I said, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, and then email me. And then you will get thanked. That's pretty much all I can really offer you. What's my earliest childhood memory? Being in a hospital, actually. I was very, very sick very, very often as a kid. I have asthma. I have chronic bronchitis. I had just some of the most nightmarish problems as breathing as a kid. It still persists today. I had pneumonia 4 times, hospitalized with pneumonia 4 times by the time I was 5 years old. And one of my earliest memories was playing in a playroom in the children's ward of a hospital in Abingdon, Virginia, which is also the hospital I was born in. And then one of my memories right after that My mom said I was about 3 when that happened. One of my memories right beyond that was having a nightmare hallucination combo. Like I was having a nightmare and I woke up and then the hallucination was real. And I had read a National Geographic magazine that day that had monkeys in it, and there was a evil baboon hanging from the rafters in the hospital room. That was terrifying. Probably not good memories. Well, if a skunk and a moose have sex, how many Pokemans are in your Pokemon Dex? Well, I don't have my DS handy, but I've currently got 189 my Pokédex. Now, skunks and mooses have sex. What Pokemon would that create? I don't know. You tell me. How did I do in Little Rock? Yeah, I already said. Have I ever been made fun of because of my weight? Every day of my life, for the entirety of my life, ever since I was a very young child. It has come at a constant rate, either even just jokes from my friends, which I don't really mind so much, to strangers pointing and staring. The entirety of my life, it has been a persistent, constant thing. And how do I deal with it? Well, when parts of my life I became severely depressed because of it. And I was once a shut-in for several years because I couldn't handle it. And one of the reasons I sleep nights or sleep days and stay up nights is because I have to deal with people less. So it's always affected me. But I'm also used to it now. It's like background noise. It's like asking me, have you always had fingernails? Yeah. Just part of life. And it's sad, but I understand where it's coming from. You don't think I'm pointing and laughing at some of you dumb people? I'm right there with you. It's a natural part of life. Sad but true. But we judge. If you go watch my video, Necessity of Trolls, you understand my point of view. But the bottom line is, it's part of the human condition to judge. And I get judged. It's part of it. Sad, though. Wish we could all just get along. Would you ever grow your beard so long that you could tie it around the top of your head, so when you went bald, you could pretend to have hair? No, I don't think I can grow a beard that long. I've tried. It doesn't get that long. What faction do I play on WoW? Class? Man, that question gets asked a lot. But I've already answered as much as I can. I play a Prot Warrior. Whoa. Did I almost say the name of my server? Yeah. Well, you piece it together. The answers are out there. Even my character name is out there. You just gotta find it. Do I play other games other than WoW on the computer? So let's see what my Steam list has right now. What games do I have installed? I've got Borderlands installed. I got Dragon Age. I got Left 4 Dead 1, 2, Titan Quest. I got Warhammer 40k Dawn of War 2. And I got Killing Floor installed. Warcraft 3, of course, installed. I boot it up every so often. Play with my friend. I think that's all I've got installed. But yeah, a lot of the games I play on PC. And I recommend you do too. I really like my computer and I like being in front of it. Like my nice big monitor here. Makes me happy. Have you ever had a gay fantasy or experience? No. Well, yes. Not fantasy, but experience. When I was in high school, I had a friend who was gay and was openly gay and was always kind of hitting on everybody. And one time he dared me to kiss him, and I'm not homophobic. It just doesn't really do anything for me. So I did kiss the guy. I think probably I had my hand on the inside of his leg and whatever. And I played gay chicken. If you're not familiar with that, is if you are gay, you probably never played gay chicken because it wouldn't make any sense. But it's where two guys gay out at each other. I have a gay friend dare me to play that or whatever. So sure, it's really hard for me to get grossed out by it, but it certainly does nothing for me in any sexual way or mental way. So certainly no fantasies or anything along that lines. Did I know it was impossible to lick your armpit? No, it's impossible to lick mine. Actually, no, it's not. You can come lick it right now. Question. Here's a question. AIDS? No. Not me, anyway. Do you have AIDS? Is that what you're asking? Do you think the Saints will win the Super Bowl this year? Who dat? 12-0. Who are the Saints?
that a sports team? I have a two-part question. What made you start your channel and how did you become so damn funny? I became funny as a defense mechanism for dealing with the rough edges of life. And then I saw stand-up comedians, and they would make people laugh. And I would think, man, I wish that I could make people laugh. Because then they would like me because I was making them laugh. I'm sure at some point that was part of the thought process. But the other part was I just wanted to bring joy into this fucking miserable world. You know? And if other people are happy around me, then it makes me happy. You know, yesterday when I was at States, my friend Ben said to me, I know he'll never see this, I'm pretty sure, but my friend Ben said to me, man, you need to start coming to events more often. It's a completely different experience with you. It's a lot of fun. I really wish you would come this next PTQ season. And man, boy, did that make me feel great. Because he likes the fact that I'm funny. He likes the fact that I'm a little outrageous. He likes the fact that I push social boundaries and norms. And the whole crew that we went down there with, and overall I think we had like 18 people from our local shop go. They all seem to feel the same way about me. And it means the world. It really, really feels good. And they're a good group of people. So, you know, that's why I wanted to become so damn funny. And I practiced that, and I worked at it, and I've studied comedy, and I watched stand-up comedians, and I've seen what I thought was funny, and understand the basic concepts of what makes things funny, and I try to work with them. And ultimately, you get what I am today. I often feel like I should have been a comedy writer, whereas I won't perform it that well. I mean, I do perform fairly well, I guess, but I would have been a hell of a writer. So if you're in Hollywood and you want some fat guy telling you what to do, give me a call. And what made me start my channel? Thought it'd be fun. Make people laugh. What type of music do you like? Covered that. What is your favorite movie? Don't have favorites. Don't really do favorites. Fight Club's a favorite. It's one of my top favorites, but there's no favorite. It's not like a one. I either like it or I dislike it. Do I have a Facebook page? Yes, it's out there. It's probably easily found. Though I don't really add people on my Facebook, I try to keep that local to the people that I hang out with. I let people add me to my MySpace, though, and I keep that more for a fan base. And I don't have a separate local and fan base one, so it's different. But it's out there. What does the 2988 stand for? Long time ago when I signed up for a Yahoo email address, they assigned 4 random numbers. Don't know what they mean, don't know why they're there. But I just kept using that 4 random numbers. It made things a lot easier. So there it is, just 2988. And last but not least, do I love you? Yes, I love you. I love everyone, but you're someone, so therefore I love you. Not everyone. There's a couple of people on my shit list. Hey, do you play who do you play on Borderlands? Or what build trees do you use? I've played all 4 trees, or all 4 characters, and I've pretty much tried all the trees at this point. So, kind of silly, I know, but I'm a gamer and I play the shit out of games. What movie character would best describe me? Tyler Durden? I guess I have Fight Club on the brain right now, but, yeah, kind of Tyler Durden. If you don't know who that is, you need to find out. Who would you choose judging by similarity criteria and why? It could be drama, comedy, fiction, whatever. Just stick to the movie genre. If I had to find someone that was more accurately me, how about the fat kid from New Guy? Or, I don't know, I'm kind of a blend of, Denny Crane from Boston Legal, and House from House MD. Denny Crane, though, is a really good representation. It's very accurately like me. My roommate often reminds me of the other lawyer, Denny Crane's friend from that Boston Legal as well. So yeah, I think I'm Denny Crane. What do I know about Scotland? I'm pretty sure it's over there in Europe, and also potato. No, that's the Irish. Scotland. I know nothing, man. Sorry, I have your average American's education of the rest of the world. I couldn't even point it out on a blank map of Europe. I couldn't even tell you the region it's supposed to be in. I am a terrible person. Tell me more about Scotland. I'd like to learn. Do I still play WoW? Obviously, I've answered that. What are some of your other favorite online games besides WoW? Like I said, I'm playing Left 4 Dead right now. EverQuest was an amazing experience. I feel sorry for the people that didn't get to experience it when it was new.
Have I ever been overseas? Come over to Australia, mate. I'll show you around. I've got a lot of Australian friends, and I've always wanted to come there. So, you know, man, maybe I will. Maybe I will take you up on it. Boogie, do you have an Xbox 360? If so, do you have Modern Warriors 2? I know you said Modern Warfare, but I like to call it Modern Warriors because it upsets people. Still don't have it. Will buy it eventually, but probably for the PC when I do. Do I think all Australians ride kangaroos? I don't think you can ride a kangaroo, can you? I would kill the kangaroo. They're not built for riding. But yes, you probably all do. No offense at all, but have you intentions to eat healthier and lose weight, or no? That's a question that gets asked pretty often. The answer is very simple. I'm a food addict. I struggle with addiction every day. I try every day to eat better and eat less. Some days I fail. Some days I succeed. The reason that I am as small as I am is because I have successes. I'm fairly certain at this point that it will take intervention to get me from breaking it, to help me break that pattern. And I don't know where that intervention's ever going to come from. So, poop, I guess is the question, answer. If you had to live out the rest of your life as a famous fictional character, who would you be and why? Superman, because he's immortal. Why not Superman? Yeah, I guess my first answer is my best answer. Yeah, Superman, why not? And if I had to be a mortal fictional character, jeez. It's a hard question, man. Some of these are hard if you don't have some pre-warnings here. Hey, Boogie, thanks for making these videos. They really cheer me up in a stressful day. Q&A, what is your favorite pizza restaurant? Really like Papa John's. The butter sauce is really, really good. Really like Papa John's. God, I'm a Papa John's now. When's the last time you had sex, and the girls you have sex with, are they fat like you? The first, God, and you're the one who asked the other stupid, rude-ass question that I deleted because you're like a 5-year-old. So I don't even know if I'm going to answer your question. I'm not really into big girls. So, I mean, I'm going to judge every woman and every person based on who they are before I judge them on their size. When it comes to, you know, physical attraction, I'm not overly physically attracted to big girls. So that's probably the point of your question. When was the last time I had sex? Probably a hell of a lot sooner, a hell of a lot more recently than you have. Have you seen any of our videos? Did you like them? I have not seen them, sorry. I'm sure your videos kick ass, somebody said, in response, but the way you type doesn't. Amen. If you can have dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would it be? Is it just dinner? Is there sex afterwards? That really changes the question. If I'm only allowed to have dinner, I'd like to hang out with Stephen King. Just tell him how much his books have meant to me, how much I enjoyed the Dark Tower series, and just overall hang out with him. And see, I bet he's fun to hang out with. What is my favorite sport to watch? Favorite team? Don't really care for sports, and that upsets a lot of people when they hear that. But here's my reasoning. I can't influence the outcome of a sporting event. So if you tell me the Chargers won, then the Chargers won. I don't really know or care because I don't have any emotional investment in the Chargers. And I have no reason having emotional investments for the Chargers. Now, if the Chargers quarterback happens to be my friend Tom, I want to know if Tom did well because Tom's awesome. But if the Chargers just happen to be a sports team in my area, why do I like them? Or why do I dislike them? You know, obviously the Razorbacks here at the University of Arkansas is right here in Fayetteville. And they have done splendidly in a lot of sports. And it just does not appeal to me. I don't really know anybody on that football team. Now, if I meet a few linemen, the things will change. I want to know if they got hurt during a game. I want to know if they had fun playing it. But ultimately, when it comes to games, I want to play the game. I want to affect the outcome. I want to do stuff. So a single game of Left 4 Dead is more exciting or entertaining for me than a football game. Now, football games are amusing to me on a technical level. Baseball, not so much. Basketball, certainly not. Soccer, fairly interesting. Just because it's interesting to watch, but I have no emotional investment on who wins or loses. So sports just does not appeal to me. And I don't get that about other people. I wish that I did. I'm actually jealous. I wish that I could care or get excited when one sports team plays another team, but I don't care or get excited when You know, some 2 people play Left 4 Dead, and I'm not one of them. Oh, hey, I want a game for Left 4 Dead today. I want a game of Warcraft. Well, that's interesting, I guess. Hey, Boogie, how long have you been playing WoW? About a year, and then I played it during beta. But I only started playing again about a year ago. What other games you played before you played WoW? All of them. Will I ever make your own porn video? I have. There, I said it. There, are you happy? I have filmed me with girls several times. Those videos exist. They have not been widely distributed. It's out there, though. Good luck. Happy hunting. What's my first name? It's Steven. I've seen all your a lot of your videos and you never heard your name. Just wondering. I'm Steve, but everybody calls me Boogie in real life, so you may as well call me that here too. I have a question for you. I used to hate opera, even though hated is probably too strong a word. I didn't like it. I didn't even understand what I was supposed to like. Then a lot of shit happened in my life, and one day I woke up and I was an opera fan. All of a sudden, I understood. Has something like that ever happened to you? Not, in regards to opera, regards to whatever. Well, basic psychology teaches us that we're forced to change either through our own natural chemical changes in our body or hormonal changes or things along that lines to outside nurturing experiences. And because of those things, your likes and dislikes will change as well, whether it's a taste in music or a taste in foods you like or experiences or things that you do or whatever. So it's not surprising to me. And my likes have changed as I've grown older as well. I'm 35 now, and certainly I like and dislike different things than when I was 12. So it's not that surprising. Can I list your PC specs? Let's see. You got a quad core 3.0 over here. I forget the name of the chip. I got a GeForce 9800 GTX Plus video card, 23-inch monitor hooked up to it. The hard drive in there's half a terabyte on a decent Asus motherboard. The P5QL Pro. Mediocre motherboard, doesn't do anything too terribly special. Running Windows XP. Built it myself. Well, I had somebody put it together, but chose all the parts and paid less than $1,000, and I was very happy with it. Do you know that I message you all the time? That is my question, dude. So many people message me all the time, and I don't know who you are specifically. But I heard from somebody last night that really made an impression. But in that same day, I heard from like 8 other people. It's crazy, but I love hearing from people, so keep writing, and I can't always respond, but I do like it when you do. What's the quick question? Pie or cake? That's a question for the ages. What about some crazy pie cake hybrid? It looks like a pie, but it's cake, but it tastes like pie, and it's got pie filling on the inside of the cake, and instead of crust, you use cake. It's a cake crust with a cake topping, but pie on the inside. Ooh, I don't know where you have it. Is the soul separated from or part of the body? Well, the soul is not technically anything, because there is no way to view scientifically a soul. Consciousness is likewise difficult to view, though brain activity is observable. So if you want to say soul is consciousness and consciousness is the soul, awareness is the soul, then it is part of the chemical process of the human brain. The rare and unlikely human condition that allows us to be self-aware. And there may be a hidden secret soul that we can't see and can't know about that doesn't show up when we study an MRI or brain activity. But ultimately, who knows? Good question. Thought-provoking. Do you think the world is really going to end in 2012? Nope. Do you think it's going to end in 2011? Because it's a completely arbitrary number, just like 2012. I wub you, Boogie. Well, wub you too. Also, this is in WoW. There's a shitload of hacks on WoW of characters getting item deleted and accounts getting compromised to talk about. It's never happened to me. Never will, I hope. What faction do you believe in World of Warcraft will win? Then no one will ever win. The battle will rage forever. Forever. Ever. Ever. I've got a few more than one. How did I do it? States answered the question. What's your favorite Magic deck? I'm a big fan of black and white combo. Black, green, white's a good combo. Doran style, rock style, or black, green. But you've noticed blacks in all of those, so there you go. I like pretty much a rock deck that has a fair matchup against anything. So anytime you give me black, green, white, rock, I'm happy. I prefer more aggro than control. Do I prefer good or evil in Infamous? I play through as evil. And do I play Pokemon? I've been playing Diamond recently, and I'm about to fight the Elite Four. So that's all of the questions. There would have been a hell of a lot more had I let there be, but I had to shut off questions right over 100. I bet we're about an hour into this monstrosity, so I hope those of you who've managed to stick around and made it to the end, if you made it to the end, I want you to say today's secret word, banana handshake. If you say banana handshake in the comments box, I'll know that you got to the end, and that will make you a hero. So please, right now, go write banana handshake in the comment box to let me know that you made it to the end. That will make me laugh, make me very happy, and let me know that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, as always. Thanks for commenting and asking questions. Thanks for being chill and cool, especially those of you who made it to the end. You are heroes amongst heroes. You are God among men. And I want to touch you. Sexual.